You exclusively from this new studio. The mattress dumped along 92 Highway last week had 15 distinct DNA samples when analyzed by local forensic laboratories. This owner of the mattress, a local woman only known to this studio as Birdie. The samples from the Busch Light can and the mattress have a 99.93% match, potentially increasing the fines and sentence to Kearney resident Cole Mills, who remains in custody. I bring you exclusive and extensive coverage of the 2019 Kearney High School Seniors Last Day balloon release that sparked controversy among a minority of residents in this community. The devastation, tragedy, and major impact this event has caused to the community, states, and federal level response. All states in the balloon's known path has initiated the establishment of central command centers for monitoring, controlling, and centralizing communication for stabilizing fear and enhancing critical response. Beautiful weather this weekend in Kearney, however, a tornado swept through the area earlier this week. An amateur video was submitted to this studio with a wall cloud and extremely violent lightning. I want to apologize in advance for the adult language in this next clip.
Holy shit! Woo! Holy shit!
Earlier this week, these zebras had escaped the high fence. Now, hopefully, the property owner has taken on greater responsibility to contain these animals within the fence. Now, what's next? We've got dead beavers, we've got loose peacocks, loose zebras. I mean, this is a true zoo. And what's next? Lions, tigers, and bears? Hey, stay on that side of the fence, you striped jackasses. Back to you in the studio. Welcome, Kearney viewers. First, I'd like to apologize for my unapproved absence while I was vacationing with my wife and friends in Turks and Caicos. While on an island excursion, Cole Mills was arrested after posing on a national law enforcement watercraft. He was fined and spent one night in jail in a cell full of Haitian refugees. Good afternoon. Last Sunday, after airing the Kearney News, a breaking story developed. To refresh, Heather McCarty-White announced her retirement from the hot dog house after 8 years of hosting this Halloween event. The future of the event was questionably in jeopardy. That is, until Kearney resident Casey Fritz Frankie accepted the responsibility to carry on the tradition, and hence the hot dog baton was exchanged. Cole and Jason finally made their journey to Sturgis. It isn't exactly what they had expected. Cole arrived with symptoms of strep throat. The two were down to their last dollars when Jason decided to enter a wet t-shirt contest. Jason received a bronze medal and $50 in cash. Cole dropped Jason off at the train tracks. Both agreed to sell the mini bike for $125. Cole is paying a couple from St. Joe to return back to this area. Folks, many residents have been posting on social media sites snakes. They want you to be the expert to identify the snake that they have found. And, well, on this walking trail there have been even rattlesnakes right here in Kearney. Here I go. I'm going to walk over here. I've located a snake. I don't know what kind of snake it is, but I'm going to go over and gently pick it up. Hopefully I don't get bitten. Wow. Look at this snake. Must be a nice snake because it hasn't bit me yet. Back to you in the studio. A complaint about the Postal Service in Kearney has a resident angered over receiving multiple mailings in error delivered to her address. The uncertainty of how many letters belonging to her who may have been sent to others is causing discomfort. I wanted to do some investigational work to get answers that would provide traceability to the root of the problem in order to seek resolution. I entered the Kearney post office and spoke briefly with Michelle. She was very customer friendly, but wanted me to speak to her supervisor, Greg. Greg was very receptive of my visit and my concerns. He said he'd look into it and get back with me shortly. I'm here at Jesse James Park off 33 Highway, where a resident found a condom wrapper laying in mulch. There have also been several reports of sexual activity at the park. Well, I've been here for a half an hour and I haven't had any luck. There were no Trojans today. However, I did find a fortune cookie. It reads, wow, good to meet woman at park, better to park meet in woman. Folks, I have an exclusive interview with trucker Teddy Underbridge. Teddy, welcome to my newscast today. First of all, you're an idiot.
I'm offended by that comment.
Well, I'd say build a bridge and get over it. Tell us, Teddy, what you felt when the tank actually impacted with the bridge.
Thanks for having me here.
Bet.
I heard a bang. I heard a second bang. When the tank fell off, I felt the tightness of the seatbelt around my chest and warm poop in my pants.
How do you feel today?
I'm a bit embarrassed.
Are you still employed by the transportation company?
Unfortunately, I'm not. Not because I hit the bridge, but I tested positive for 5-hour energy.
Is that right? Okay, well, good luck getting this experience off your resume. You have a great day, Teddy.
You too.
$8 General Semi truck went into a ditch, causing early morning commuters delay and detours to work and school drop-offs. With me today is trucker with a weak backup skills. Please welcome to the studio, trucker Teddy Indiditch. Teddy, have a seat, please. Walk us through the accounts of that day.
Yeah, John, thanks for having me.
You bet.
I put my rig in reverse. My cell phone was blowing up in a frenzy of texts and calls. I slept with the lot lizard on a dump mattress by the pilot stop.
Wow.
I paid her with scratch-offs. She won $25,000. She wants me to visit her parents in Chicago, her mom and her stepdad.
How does this impact, Teddy, your career as a trucker?
I'm just going to see how things play out in Chicago, John.
Teddy, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Yesterday, an Oktoberfest event was held at Jesse James Park. The attendance was dismal, but the entertainment for the small crowd there was very enjoyable. There were German beers, German potato salad, brats, and kraut. What made this event so special was the turnout among elderly population. So where's the 21-year-olds and middle-aged beer drinkers? Why is Jesse James Park always plagued by lack of attendance? Well, except for Demolition Derby, of course. Here's a man I approached I found very admirable. He's 93 years old and out partying all of you youngsters. It took him 10 minutes to get his beer and back, but we observed not one spilled drop of beer. You want to see the secret of living to longevity? Watch this clip here and take notes. I'd like to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Robinson, who wed yesterday at Mount Gilead Church. Becky and Jason had a wedding ceremony full of emotional tears and joyful laughter. Jason is known as the corn dog champion, and after kissing the bride, he was handed a sonic corn dog by an officiant who apparently had a sense of humor. You can see in this behind-the-scene wedding photo, Jason hoarding his breaded hot dog delight in his back pocket. He later discovered it had fallen out and probably provided a family of raccoons with a nice appetizer and a few splinters from a wooden stick. A huge shout out to Fat Boys Bar and Grill, who exceeded expectations for a beautifully decorated reception and a generous array of finger foods. Debbie, you completely awed these newlyweds. The hot dog house was a huge success despite the colder than average temperatures. The Frankies went an extra mile to make sure their inaugural hosting of this event was more than welcoming to the community. A projector was set up to display videos onto multiple screens placed on windows and garage doors. At times, waves of trick-or-treaters created lines for hot dogs, but the wait times were considerably less than Kearney's McDonald's. A large fire pit made of cinder blocks, bricks, and pavers provided helpers a break from the cold and offered temporary warmth for visitors who ate their hot dogs on site. Approximately 600 hot dogs were served, which was a significant amount to draw that type of traffic with the frigid air. A Kearney resident caused a flood at Splish Splash Laundromat when she placed a comforter into a washing cycle. I mean, who doesn't take advantage of a washer other than your own for bulky blankets and fudgy underwear? Well, hey, a sign posted inside does restrict the use of their services for horse blankets and livestock laundry. The customer first attempted to contact the owner to no avail. She then made a plea on social media for guidance to put her in contact with the owner, which drove zero results. With water pooling on the floor and 30 large commercial electrical appliances, she decided to call the fire department. I mean, there are two types of women in this world, ones who confess to loving firemen and those who lie and say they aren't attracted to firemen. Moral of the story, when a flood is caused by a stuck comforter, she was stuck to call the firemen to comfort her. A commercial box truck owned by Glennon Real Estate was vandalized in the early morning hours today. KPD believes spray paint purchased at Porter's yesterday was used for the graffiti. Both sides of the vehicle were damaged by paint. Hopefully the language, dogs rule and Alan is boss, can narrow down the perpetrators of this act. There was poor video quality obtained from a surveillance camera. However, detectives were able to produce a photo of a man wanted for questioning.
That's what I thought. That got slammed. No, you gotta go under.
Go under. You can't fucking swim. You can't fucking swim in this shit. It's cutting me open. No way. Huh?
No wonder.
There's no way. You can't swim in this shit. There ain't no way. You can't swim in there.
Dude, that's cold.
You can't break the ice.
I'll tell you right now, I'll be a